I don't even know what the hell this is. But let's watch and find out.
So last week was kind of a bummer. Return of the Slasher Nurse. If you watched it, you kind of get what I was going through there. I wouldn't say we have a similar thing this week. It's way better. So I figured, you know what, I'm due for something fun. It's not a horror. It's just one of those fun. It's a full moon production, so you know it's going to be good. So this week we did Giantess Battle Attack from 2022. It's full moon production. 59 minutes. It's short, easy to get through. Although there were times where I was kind of like, ooh, should I skip ahead? But I didn't. The beautiful, beastly Beverly returns and faces a new gaggle of her gargantuan gals, hell-bent on achieving deluxe diva domination. Get ready for the cinematic smackdown thrills of Giantess Battle Attack. Size really does matter. Director, Jim Wynorski. Okay, Jim Wynorski. Now, he started off his career, Chef's Kiss, Chopping Mall, Deathstalker 2. And then it just kind of went that way. So I love Chopping Mall. It's great. Deathstalker series, fantastic. And then he got into the Skinamax movie knockoffs, like Scared Topless, House on Hooter Hill, The Breastford Wives, Bear Winch Project, and recently, actually, there's one called Shark and Saw Women Prison Massacre, and I do plan on doing that one. I actually really like that movie. It's fantastic. So we'll probably hit that one in the future at some point. It was written? There's a writer? Okay, there's a writer for this one. Kent Rodebush. Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bolorama, Part 2. I've seen it. Watch the original. Watch the original and be like, oh, I want to watch Part 2. And then just watch the original again. Part 2 is nowhere near as good as the original. He wrote a bunch of the Evil Bong movies. And if you've seen those, it's just wacky fun. He did Zombies versus Strippers. Strippers versus Zombies, it's one of those. It stars Ivy Smith as Beverly Wood. She was in Attack of the 50-Foot Cam Girl, Lust, Magic, and The Witch's Sabbath, and this. And that's pretty much all she's done so far. Kirsten Hull as Space Whore. So IMDb has it as Spazor, and there's a gag at the end, and she's like, oh, my name is Spazor, and they're like, Space Whore? No, it's Spazor. Did you say Space Whore? Yeah, it's that sort of thing. She was in Dorm of the Dead, and inappropriate comedy that had like Rob Schneider, and it was one of those knockoff spoof movie things. It didn't do well. Kira Noir as Metal Luna, right. She was in My Young Black Stepdaughter, When Girls Play, Brazzers. Oh, okay, never mind. That's all she does is adult stuff. Okay, that's cool. Oh, wait, she's in the Familian series. If you've seen the Familian series, it's a full moon production. It's over on Tubi. Go check it out. It's about as good as this. So, yeah. Gail Thackeray as Empress, Curse of the Komodo, Cell Block Sisters, Banished Behind Bars, Sorority House Massacre 2. And that's what she's been doing. But she's also been acting since the 80s. She plays an older character. Lisa London as Dr. Lana Rhodes. Lana Rhodes. That sounds familiar. Metal Luna. That sounds familiar too. There are names in this that they're using that sound familiar. I mean, if you don't know who Lana Rhodes is, give it a Google. Keep that moderate search on, though. I'll tell you what. So, she was in Sudden Impact. That's a Clint Eastwood movie from back in the 80s. Dragnet with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd. So that's, what, early 80s, right? Something like that. Or was it 87? Oh, jeez, I can't remember. But she was in Savage Beach, the Andy Sedaris movie. Ooh, that just reminded me. Andy Sedaris. Oh, I am getting ideas. Masumi Max as Anna Konda. First name Anna, last name Konda. She was in Citizen Toxic Avenger 4. Tales from the Crapper. That's a trauma movie also. And that's the Julie Strain one. Julie Strain. Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong. And this movie here was her second to last movie ever. Her last one, geez, it has like a French name or something like that. I can't remember. She died in January of 2024, so about 10 months ago, as of this video, from a fentanyl and cocaine overdose. Okay. Becky LeBeau as Sexy Nurse, and she's also been acting since the probably 80s. She was in Dinosaur Island. That's from like 93, 94, and if you haven't seen it, it's a fun, bad movie. Check it out. Bigfoot or Bust. That came out in 22, and I don't know if I've checked that one out. I'm going to, and we're going to do it. And then Murderbot, and that one just came out, I think, last year or something like that. So she's doing, it looks like she's doing Full Moon now, because I think in her repertoire of portfolio of movies, she did stuff until like the mid-90s and then just stopped filming stopped making movies until like 2018 or something. And then she hooked up with Full Moon Productions. So anyways, it opens on Buxamus, the planet Buxamus, planet of Girl-gantuous. So that tells you right here kind of what we're in for. So we got two women fighting, and they're making it out like they're giants. But if they're fighting on Buxamus, planet of Girl-gantuous, wouldn't that make them normal size? Right? Makes sense to me, right? Two women fighting. There's fake blood splatters shooting around when they punch and that sort of thing, and it's kind of slow-mo-y. Metaluna is here. The adult actress that I mentioned earlier. Her last name was Noir or something like that. And she's dead. The other girl shoots her with a laser. This was her part. She fought this other girl for 2 minutes, and that was it. And then it's over, and she's out. So, there's a voice that says, like, space whore to the Queen's platform. And I had to sit there and re-listen to it. Like, are they actually saying space whore? Yes, they're actually saying space whore.
Space whore to the Queen's platform, please. Space whore to the Queen's platform.
Her name is Space Whore. Everyone calls her that. She goes to see the Queen. Then the acting here of the Queen is absolutely amazing. Oh, it's so great. Clip.
You wanted to see me, Empress?
Spazor, your glory is always welcome here in my chambers.
The Queen is sending the girl to Earth because apparently there is a giant woman there. And this is when I realized, this is a sequel. Okay, so I'm watching a sequel to a movie I haven't seen yet. But I do, and it is Attack of the 50-Foot Cam Girl. And I do plan to get there. And there is also a sequel to this movie that I do plan on getting. So I'm going to hit the whole trilogy, because why not? Whatever. Apparently, we get the credits now. So, produced by Charles Band, the one and only legendary Charles Band from Full Moon Productions. This guy's been going since the 80s with huge hits. So I know, yes, huge hits is what I said. We'll get there. They're here. So, Charles Band, I love Charles Band. I'll watch anything Charles Band. If he's involved, I'm there. So, the miniature sets. We open with the miniature sets because this woman is 50 foot tall. And it just looks like the real thing. Doesn't it, guys? Doesn't it look like the real thing? It does, right? It's not just me? Okay, great. So, Beverly is working hard in a quarry because she's huge. She can smash rocks, that sort of thing. Mike is her boss and love interest At this point, I'm thinking, okay, is he the love interest? Yeah, I think he is. He's normal size. Do I want to know how they get it? I don't know. So now Kamala Harris shows up with the doctor buddy to check in on Beverly. And, just apparently in part one, in the original or the first movie, she was involved in making her big. So she said, so Beverly and Mike are chilling out at night, and Beverly says she's horny, but doesn't want Mike getting hurt. That's nice of her. He puts on a hard hat, lights the light, and she says like, "Oh really? We're going spelunking?"
Really? Spelunking?
I like to think of it more as spelovin.
What the hell was that?
She picks him up, puts him down her pants, and then you see the shorts outline, and there's sound effects like that sort of thing, and you see his flashlight that was on his head just going by and all this sort of thing. It's made out to be funny. This is like a sex comedy kind of thing. So next day, Beverly's fan club arrives. All two of them. There's two. She has two fans. They give her a spa day, and this is where we get the large prop jokes. So it's two girls who are her fans, and they have like a giant file to file her nails, and they're using a fire extinguisher to put perfume on her and that sort of thing. It's funny. And then they decide to dance and whip out their boobies. So they're dancing with, just jiggling. And then it cuts to the director. This is great. Cuts to the director, Jim Wynorski, saying, "I'm stopping this movie right now. There's too much set." And then, as he's saying, like, sex, he gets hit with a bunch of, like, pies all over his face. And then we go back to the dancing girls. They just dance for a minute or so. New couple rolls up. We haven't met them yet. Guy wants his girl to fight Beverly. He's going to make her like a big star, his girlfriend or whoever she is. And this is Masumi Max. She's playing Anaconda. So we get a flashback so they catch us up on the movie we haven't seen yet, Attack of the 50-Foot Cam Girl. And they catch us up of how Beverly got big. She apparently ate a hot dog that had been experimented on that makes things big, that sort of thing. But Beverly traumatized this guy's son, and he wants revenge, and that's why he wants to make Beverly fight Anaconda. Now his idea is he's going to make Anaconda big, as big as Beverly. So he talks to her, and she agrees to the fight because she needs money because of all the stuff she's broken, and because she's huge and lawsuits and all that sort of thing. So remember the spelunking scene. We're going back now, just like 2 minutes back. Remember the spelunking scene. She's talking with Mike, and she's wearing the same clothes that were in that scene. And I think Mike's in actually new clothes. So it's obvious they didn't film together, kind of thing. So they filmed her on the same day. They had him change wardrobe, so it might have been a separate day or something like that. She never changed wardrobe. And then she grabs him, and they replay the scene of her sticking him down the pants, and they got the sound effects and the lights going on and everything like that. So they just replay that. That's not the first time they've replayed a scene either. And it's a way to save money. You can extend the movie without filming new stuff. You just use stuff over and over and over and over. That's what you do when you're trying to hit a budget. And if I know low independent budget people, they try to hit that budget. Remember the alien lady from the beginning? Okay, the alien lady, she finally gets to Earth. We're like halfway through this movie now, and this alien lady finally gets to Earth. And she's looking for Beverly. Cut to the scientists. They're on trial number 69, and the guys giggle. The guy's like, 69. Dude, 69. Yes, trial number 69. And they keep giggling. It's like, come on, guys. Nice.
This is trial number 69.
So, Anaconda ends up eating the hot dog. That makes you big. Beverly does a training montage. The scientists figured out how to shrink Beverly. So, you're thinking, okay, they come up to Beverly. They know how to shrink her. She's going to want to do that, right? Because I didn't mention it, but earlier she was thinking, I just want to get back to my normal life, be a normal person, be normal size, that sort of thing. Mike comes looking for her, but finds giant Anaconda, because she's giant now, because she ate the hot dog. Anaconda destroys the construction yard, and you heard the term nip slip? That happens here with Masumi Max. So, day of the fight, Beverly hasn't shown up, and she nowhere to be seen. Anaconda's there. There's a long scene about her. Like, oh, well, where is she? Why isn't she here? They kind of drag it out. You're thinking, okay, Beverly took the fix to make her small. Okay, Space Whore shows up. Finally. So Anaconda and Space Whore rumble, and they're fighting and everything like that. Anaconda is losing, and I don't know what's going on with her bra sizes, but things are popping out, during the fight. So, I don't know, that sort of thing. So, Beverly shows up, because Anaconda's losing, and jumps in and fights. Beverly's still big. She didn't take the fix to make her small. So, they're fighting, and apparently, this promoter set this fight up of 50-foot women to be at an oil refinery. Why would you do that? Oils. Now I know why he did it. Because the oil's flying on top of them. Of course. He was making bank. Apparently, a news announcer said it was the most sold out, not sold out, but most sold. No one does it anymore. What's it? Pay-per-view. No one does that anymore. So I couldn't think of the word. It's the most sold out pay-per-view fight of all time. So they're fighting at the war. Space Whore says they have to kill Space Whore because Space Whore lost. Beverly and Anaconda are standing over her. She's like, kill me. It's for honor and that sort of thing. Beverly says no. So they spank her a few times. And she disappears into a ball of light, flies into her ship, and flies off.
All she needs is a really good spanking.
I think you're right.
Sure, why not? They just wanted to add the spanking. That's all. Beverly and Anaconda are apparently friends now. And then that's where it ends. But there is a part 3 to this. So apparently this is part 2. Part 3 is out. I just need to find it. Part 1 I know is on Tubi. Part 2 is on Tubi. Part 3 I have no idea if it's on Tubi. I didn't look it up. Should you watch it? Yes. This is fun. It's stupid. If you're into bad, fun, stupid movies that aren't trying to be serious and they know they're not serious, this is for you. And that's the kind of bad movie I like. Return of the Slasher Nurse from last week, go watch it. It is not that. So if you want a completely opposite review of what this was, go watch last week. And yeah, that's something. So yeah, I'd give it a watch. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I do know that I want to hit the movies that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to hit this first one. I'll hit the whole trilogy. Next time, though, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Like, you can't go wrong with Mark Polonia. You can't go wrong with, any Full Moon production. And somebody in one of my last videos mentioned The Pest. The Pest starring John Leguizamo. I saw that back in the, what was it? Early 90s, early 2000s? Somewhere, it was probably 90s. I think it was after Leguizamo did Super Mario Brothers. Or around the same time. It's so bad. So that might be a good one, just for a high budget bad movie. That's, yeah. I don't know. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. But that's in the future, too. I think I'm going to do that. That's a good idea. So, give it a watch. And I assume part 1 and part 3 are the same. So, we'll hit them eventually. I'll see you next time on Bad Movies Deep Dive with Dave.
Holy Holy moly, folks, this was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I don't think I'm gonna be forgetting about it anytime soon. Are you? Of course